For all you fight news, it's not fight news, it's brunch boxing.
Woo! Brunch boxing, man. Y'all brunch boxing, man. Y'all can do y'all thing. Work hard. Big shout out to brunch boxing.
What's up, man? It's Paulie Malignaggi giving a big shout out to brunch boxing.
This your man Keith one-time Thurman. Shout out to brunch boxing.
Hey, I don't even know what brunch boxing is, but shout out to them.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is Brunch Boxing. I'm your host, Matt. Very huge edition of Brunch Boxing. So many things to talk about. It is fight day. Xander Zayas defends his unified junior middleweight championship against Zayas-Boots, and it's live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Floyd Mayweather versus Haymon. He gonna put his little ass in the ground. Okay, Alexander Usyk vacated all his heavyweight titles. What's next for him? Gervonta Davis stripped of his WBA championship. What's next for him? Dimitri Bivol, quack, quack. What's going on there? I'm here with the host of Brunch Boxing, the voice of Brunch Boxing, the master of the walk and talk, the master of the sit and spit, the John Madden of boxing, doing the show live from Gary Russell Jr.'s car. We have my guy, Ezra. What's going on, Ezra?
Oh, man, what a day. What a great day for boxing. What a great day to do the show. I'm in downtown LA right now, the beautiful, in the middle, in the heart of it. I'm looking for Lord. I'm not looking for the Lord. I'm looking for my friend, Lord. He lives here somewhere where we all know that we're smoking him out. Every time there is an LA fire, I ask him, were you evacuated? No. When he says no, I cross off that spot on the map to find him. We are getting close. I am on the ground, but I'm in here in the heart of the city, and I'm excited to do the show. I think this is going to be a fantastic show.
And, of course, we have the COO of Brunch Boxing, the Mexican Haymon himself, my guy, Mike. What's going on, Mikey?
Man, I got to be honest, man. I've been looking forward to this day for months. You know, everybody always says the best don't fight the best in boxing, which is untrue. But you have days like this as a boxing fan, you're like, man, I'm glad I love boxing.
Hey, you know what's funny about that, Mike? It's a shit undercard, but I don't give a fuck. Just that main event got the juices flowing, man. I can't wait for tonight. And then, of course, we have the super producer of Brunch Boxing, the master marionette himself on the ones and twos, our guy, Huey P. What's going on, Huey?
Doing good. Got up early, got ready for the show, got everything set up. We got a good night of fights. Got a last look at Xander and Boots here. Watched a couple fights from them this morning. Looking forward to that. I mean, shit, man. We got a good day.
We have a good day. So
like, comment, share, subscribe. Get the voice out. Support is free. Tell a friend to watch the show.
Yes,
absolutely.
Let's get the viewership up. I want to crank the viewership up. We need more eyes on this.
Well, the eyes of the boxing world were on the Ukraine yesterday as heavyweight champion, lineal heavyweight champion, Alexander Usyk vacated his IBF, WBA, and WBC heavyweight titles. He has decided to vacate all his belts, and he also announced that he will have one last dance, one final fight. Huey, let's go to the footage.
Всім доброго дня. Сьогодні п'ятниця, гарна погода і гарний день сказати про те, що я хочу залишити всі свої пояси, якими я сьогодні володію, зробити їх вільними, щоб хлопці, які стоять в черзі, за ними боксували. Друзі, я залишаю пояси, але я не йду зі спорту, тому що в мене є last dance. Всім хочу подякувати, з повагою відношусь до всіх організацій, хочу всім подякувати і сказати далі більше. Слава Богу за все, слава Україні.
I have absolutely no clue what Alexander Usyk just said. Like, I'll be honest with you, I forgot the video was in Ukrainian.
Yeah, I didn't know why we played that. I'm not sure why we played
subtitles.
That. As soon as we played it, I was like, why are we playing this? I don't understand.
Subtitles.
I didn't get it.
Well, I'm going to translate for the audience.
But here's the thing. But can I tell you this? The people listening on Spotify are probably like, what the hell was that? The people listening on Spotify are probably like, why the hell did they do this?
Well, that's why I'm about to translate for them. This is what Alexander Usyk said.
I got to hear it twice.
He said, I, Alexander Usyk, I very feel that I do not want to hold these belts anymore. I'm going to give the people that are fighting for these belts a chance to go win these belts. I'm going to drop all the belts, but I am not retiring. I'm going to have one last fight, one last dance before I call it a career. Now, Ezra, what are your thoughts on Alexander Usyk deciding to vacate the belts and have one final retirement fight?
I think that it's a sour way to end his career. Now, I will say this again on a sour note. I will say this: look, you could have great parts of your career and you could have bad parts of your career. That's fine, and we know that Usyk's had great parts of his career. Mostly great of his career has been great. I agree with that. He's an elite level fighter. He's a great heavyweight. He one of the there's been like eras of boxing. This is a pretty good era of heavyweight boxing, and he was a top guy. He ended up being the top guy for it. But I will say this: there was some nonsense when this guy had the power, when he had the motion, when he could do a thing. He became a businessman. There is a point where he became a businessman, and he looked to do things like, and this is the one that I keep going to, is a Dubois fight, the Dubois rematch. Not a fight that like anyone was asking for. It took taking Dubois out of a fight on 24-hour notice to make sure that it still happened. And in that fight, that he was supposed to fight Joseph Parker, which we would pretty much everybody would have settled on. That would have been the next challenger, whoever won that fight. Joseph Parker gets a late replacement, a goalie, and knocks him out in a round. Right? So it's not like he couldn't have went and turned around and still fought that guy. No, he chose to fight Dubois because he already had beat Dubois. They knew that that was a safe fight. They knew that they were no risk in that fight. He goes after the Dubois fight and he calls out Chisora. He calls out Wilder. And at the point, like, listen, I understand what we got was way worse than Wilder, but Wilder's not on the top of his game anymore. Right? Chisora's like a rematch of Chisora. Who's asking for that? But he doesn't even end up fighting those guys. He ends up fighting a kickboxer, and he puts his belt on the line for that. For that fight. I think that the way he ended his career, holding up the division, not fighting the guys. If you're going to keep boxing and not fighting the guys that were coming up,
Hold on. How did he hold up the division?
because he had all the belts. Everyone in there is working to get the belts, right? If you're not a name, unfortunately, you got to depend on the belts. If you're not the name, that's how you get there. I mean, how the hell did Usyk get to this spot? Became a mandatory fight. Joshua and got the belts. That's what happens. So he did hold up he did hold this up. I mean, unfortunately, right now, boxing, it has to be, most guys have to be built up through the belts. That's just the truth of it. And he pulled a lot of nonsense, and he held up for a guy like Caballero, who really should have got a shot at him. It's not like, to me, Usyk is falling off like at a major thing. He's not. He's still fighting top of his game. Now, he didn't look good against Rico, but I don't think he took that fight seriously. And that's what happens when you don't take fights seriously.
Well, I don't think he was holding up the division. I, for one, am happy that he's calling it a career, because if you don't have it in you anymore, it's best that you go out. And he's vacating all the belts. So now we have Murat Gassiev is the WBA champion. Ajay Caballero is the WBC champion. The IBF is vacant. Frank Sanchez is probably going to fight for it next because he won the Eliminator. And then we have the WBO, which he had already vacated, is held by Daniel Dubois. It is what it is. I think Usyk, he did leave some meat on the bone, but not enough where I feel like this is a disappointment into his career. Because at the end of the day, he tried to pass the torch. I was going to get there.
Let's get to it.
He tried to pass the torch to the daddy of the heavyweight division, Dynamite Daniel Dubois. And Daniel Dubois could not take the belt from him. Now, the first time he fought Dubois, that's not really passing the torch. Whatever. I think Dubois was a little bit compromised going into that fight, because Dubois was coming off the major knee surgery after the Kevin Lorena fight. But him fighting Dubois last year, that was Dubois coming in with all the momentum in the world, coming off the vicious knockout of Anthony Joshua. Okay, Dubois was 27 years old at the time. This was the time for him to take the division from the old man and signal a new era.
How can you fight
And
Joseph
what
Parker?
happened? He couldn't do it. What? Wait, why would he fight Joseph Parker? Joseph Parker didn't have a belt.
Well, why wouldn't he fight Joseph Parker, a guy that was deserving of a belt, a guy deserving of a shot, a guy that
Bro,
was on a run,
Joseph,
a
so
guy that knocked out
listen,
a Coley in a round? Why would he
bro,
fight that guy?
but
A guy
listen,
that why would Dubois
who's
be
better?
rewarded
First of all,
for
he didn't knock out a Coley, he knocked out Buckoley. But
Coley? Well, yeah, and he knocked out Coley in a round.
who's better,
And
Martin Buckoley or Anthony Joshua?
right now, I don't know. Right now,
all right.
I don't
Well,
know.
you know
I
what?
don't know
All
that.
right.
What are you talking
If
about? I
we're
don't
gonna
know that
play,
right now.
if we're gonna
What are
play
you talking
fantasy
about?
land, if we're
I'm
gonna
not
play
talking
fantasy land, then
I'm not
that's
talking
fine.
You
But
pick Anthony
to
Joshua
me,
over Buckoley at that
make
point?
it
I don't
seem
know
like,
that.
but Ezra, to make it seem like Joseph Parker
He was the
a
most deserving guy.
Let me finish my sentence. To make it seem like Joseph Parker was somehow a better opponent than Daniel Dubois
He
was this. No, we don't know that. It's disingenuous. Because here's what we know, not to do the whole triangle theory. Joseph Parker got stopped by Fabio Wardley.
Come on.
And Fabio Wardley got stopped by Daniel
What does
Dubois.
that matter? What the hell does that matter? That is triangle theory.
Who is considered one of the top 3 heavyweights?
But it
Not
doesn't even
Joseph
matter
Parker.
because I'll tell you why that doesn't even matter. Because that happened after the fact. So that doesn't even matter. You're talking about something that happened after the fact.
Bro, but
you do the work.
But
How about
no.
Usyk does the work?
Because here's the thing. Because you're saying that Joseph Parker should have got the shot in lieu of Daniel Dubois. I'm telling you that Daniel Dubois getting the shot was perfectly fine because Daniel Dubois had the hottest momentum by knocking out Anthony Joshua.
So when Dubois,
Daniel Dubois going into the Usyk fight had stopped Jarrell Miller, Philip Hergovich, and Anthony Joshua.
Okay,
that's better than the run that
go
Joseph
to Parker's
Parker
run.
on.
Go to Parker's run.
You make the case. You're making the case for him.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. They were meant to fight. They were going to fight. Right? They were going to fight.
So you're not going to talk about his run.
Wait.
So you're not going to talk about his run.
They're right here.
Talk about his run. Talk about his run, Ezra.
They were going to fight, and Dubois pulled out.
Ezra, talk about his run.
Wait a minute. And Josh and Parker took Buckoley on 24-hour notice. He took him on 24 hours. He didn't say, "Oh, you know what? No fight." He took him on 24 hours notice.
This dude was flying 18 hours from fucking Africa and was jet lagged.
The guy that was pulled out.
You mean the guy that was not allowed to fight because of the commission?
The guy that was pulled out was rewarded. That's what happened. The guy that
I'm with Matt on this one, man. I mean,
we
we got to think about it too, man. Usyk, he beat Fury, and I didn't want to hear about Fury for the rest of my life about him being one of the greatest heavyweights that we didn't know. So I'm with Usyk. Great year. Felt it was a good time for him to give up the belts. He started hearing that Wilder name, and he was like, you know what, I want none of that, and he was done.
Now,
and the run, just so we're clear, the run for Parker was Wilder, it was Zhang, it was Buckoley. That's a hell of a run. Are you putting? Wait. Are we putting down that run?
I think Daniel Dubois' run was better, or at the very least, comparable.
This is a Wilder guy.
At the very least, comparable.
This is a Wilder guy.
Wilder's one name in there.
But here's the thing, though, right? There's one conversation to have when neither has got a shot. One of them already had a shot. One of them already had a shot and came up short. That's the thing, is you're trying to conversation
because he rebuilt himself and became a champion again.
But let's see right now. Tonight, right? Let's just say tonight, right? Let's say whoever wins tonight. Let's say Boots beats Xander tonight, right? Boots beats Xander. And then we go on to the division, and they're 154 pounds. You got Virgil, you got Fondora, you got all these guys. And one guy says, "Hey, I'm next up," and he says, "You know what? No, I'm gonna fight Xander again. He got to win again. I'm gonna fight Xander." And they would say, "Well, wait, it was clear the first time. Well, you don't need to fight him again." You know what? Nah.
But,
you know what? I'm gonna fight this guy again.
Let's
and it's like,
clear.
wait, there's other contenders. Wait. But what about Virgil?
Let's be clear.
What about Fedora?
The Dubois versus Usyk was not clear the first time. It wasn't clear to a lot of people, including me.
I understand
but
this.
I just find it very rich coming from a guy who was okay with Zoo versus Fondora too, instead of Fondora versus Xander. I just want to point that out.
Well, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
What was the discuss? Well, first of all, it is different. I'll tell you why it's different. Let me tell you why it's different. Let me tell you why it's different. Let me tell you why it's different. Can I tell you?
Listen,
can I tell you why it's different?
Ezra, I don't want to get bogged down.
Don't do that because you don't have a gotcha moment.
We got a lot to talk about.
So
I don't want to get bogged down.
You're trying to bury it because you don't have a gotcha moment. Because if I counter it,
Ezra, let's not get bogged down. Let's not get bogged down. Let me ask you a question, Ezra. Who do you want to see Alexander Usyk fight in his last bout?
Oh, I don't care. It's not going to be anyone worth it. He'll fight a kickboxer or he'll fight Wilder because Wilder's past it.
All-time great fighter is retiring, and we get to know that he's retiring beforehand. He gets his retirement tour, and you don't give a shit who he fights.
Bro, nothing.
That just shows the way you don't care about boxing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you why. And I'm telling you this right now. I do not care about farewell fights. I couldn't care less about farewell fights. I couldn't care less. Bad about farewell fights. No, it's not a bad thing. Because you know what we don't have in football? A farewell game. You know what we don't have in basketball?
Yes, we do.
No. You play a season, and you either get destroyed in that season, you look old, when you're playing against the top level guys.
We have farewells all the time.
We don't bring in the
We have
generals
farewells all the time in sports.
Stop it. It's not a bad take. It's a waste of time.
When we knew
Kobe had 42 farewell games.
Kobe had a season. Kobe had a season. He had to stay in shape.
Kobe had 42 away games and his last home game.
Nope. Kobe had a season where he had to stay in shape for. A full season he had to stay in shape for, playing the highest level guys. And he got embarrassed some nights. Some nights he couldn't break 10 points, but we saw it. He did it. This guy is refusing to play top level athletes for his farewell.
That's not true.
It is true. He's refusing to do it. At some point, we have to admit that boxing is not a sport anymore. I don't know what it is.
Hold on.
But it's not a sport. You have to admit it. It's not run like a sport.
If we're talking about his farewell tour was Fury, Dubois, Verhoeven.
Get out of here. That wasn't a
That was his farewell tour. And here's it's just funny to me that nobody hates boxing more than the people who cover it or the people who are supposed to be fans of it. Nobody hates boxing.
Nobody, man. Nobody
hates boxing.
But when we have BS, this is why we have BS,
bro.
This is why we have BS, though. Because people will try to make excuses for this. It's BS, bro.
Ezra, don't come back to the show. Don't cover boxing. Don't cover boxing. Don't talk about it. Don't watch it.
You know they tell Tom Brady if he says he wants to have a farewell game? Do you know what they tell Tom Brady if he wants to have a farewell game? Go play in the league defense. Go play a top defense, NFL pro level defense. That's what they tell him he wants a farewell game.
They have farewell games all the time in every sport.
They don't.
They do actually.
They don't. They have the last game of the season where the guy says I'm done.
And they don't bring in the Washington tours. Bro, I've seen players get rocking chairs on their farewell tours, Rolexes.
That's his last season. That's his last season.
In wrestling.
In wrestling? That's a good comparison. You nailed it.
In wrestling.
This is wrestling now.
Ezra, we're going to see some in the World Cup. Ezra, we're going to see some farewell for some.
This is wrestling right now. You're right about that. You nailed it. In wrestling, that's what we're doing now. We're doing this.
Well, for me personally, I would like to see Usyk go out with a bang by fighting Deontay Wilder. It would be the end of an era. It will be a close to what I believe is the third greatest heavyweight era of all time, behind the 70s and 90s.
I agree with that.
That's what I want to see. Usyk versus Wilder in the United States. Let's do it big. Let it be the final fight for both guys. I think that would be amazing. Now, one guy was congratulatory about Usyk retiring, but he wasn't too happy with the way he vacated those belts.
Oh, yeah, you're about to
and I'm talking about the president of the WBC, Mauricio Sulaiman. He had a lot to say about it. Huey, let's go to the tape.
Hard to explain, hard to put it in words, the feeling of opening social media and see the heavyweight champion of the world, just simply relinquishing the belt just like that. No phone call, no letter, no attention. It's a time that we're living in. Boxers go through many phases. When they begin, they're humble and they are hungry and they're thankful, they're loyal, and then money changes everything. But I'm sure Alexander Usyk is a special human being. Olympic medal, Olympic gold medal, undisputed in the cruiserweight division, undisputed twice in the heavyweight division. I just shared a huge moment in the pyramids with him. I remember during the pandemic, we had exchanges. He participated in the domestic violence campaigns of the WBC. Always friendly, always a very nice person. I want to wish him great success inside and outside the ring. The WBC family wishes Alexander Usyk the best, and may his life always be as great as it has been so far. The WBC stands still in support of the Ukraine, just as we started since February 24, 2022 until today. We reject violence and war from that invasion in the beautiful country of Ukraine. So, Alexander, all the best, God bless, and we wish you the best.
Yes,
Wow,
sir.
Russell Suleiman, man.
Bro, why the hell did we play that whole thing?
Awesome of a guy. What do you
Oh,
mean?
hey, Mike, what a great guy that Mauricio Suleiman
Yeah,
is.
I mean,
This
dude,
guy,
like, you know,
let me tell you something. The day this guy's out of boxing will be a great day for boxing. I
dude,
gotta
you
tell
are
right
something else, dude. Like
now.
Matt
Right
said,
now.
don't
I'm
show
gonna tell
up
you
to
right
the
now.
show next
This
week.
guy had the nerve
Do not
to
show up
say,
to the show.
This is what the nerve this guy had to say. This is the nerve this guy had to say. You know, boxers, man, they go through things. When they start, they're hungry, humble, and loyal. But when they get a little bit of money, when they get a little bit of power, they don't do what I tell them to do anymore. They don't respect the hand anymore. Oh, man, you got to tell me that is some nerve. That is some nerve from this guy. You know what? I'll tell you the one thing I could give a damn about is that guy's opinion in that situation. You know what? Usyk should have dropped the WBC belt in the trash. That's what he should have did. Like a ring bowl. That's what he should have did.
I think it's awfully ironic and funny.
Oh man,
that the same guy who laments boxers becoming businessmen after they reach a certain level is the same guy that's defending this. All Mauricio Suleiman is talking about is proper etiquette. It is, and it's always been proper for the champions to call the section body, send a letter, send an email. Hey, I'm relinquishing these belts. Even under negative circumstances, they would still write a letter to the sanctioning body because that is just the proper etiquette. That's all he's saying. He's not saying Usyk's a bad guy. He's not saying to hell with Alexander Usyk. He's just saying, hey, Usyk, you're a great guy, but I think you handled this specific situation in a less than ideal manner. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
The letter gonna do different than just him finding out through a video. But also too, how does he
No, it's etiquette.
But how do you
it's just etiquette, that's all.
Etiquette in boxing? Where two guys, they like when two guys fight at a face-off. And then where's the etiquette at? Where's the class at? You guys should have sent him a letter, a handwritten note that I'm dropping the belt. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, hey, listen. I just hope
that my screen, man.
That I just hope that when your beautiful wife finally wises up and decides to leave you, I hope that she will give you the dignity of a conversation.
Not me.
And you don't find out. You don't find out by her changing her Facebook status.
Not me. I hope he Matt, I hope he finds out from social media. Honest to God. I hope he sees that shit.
Can I tell you something? It'll hurt the same. It will hurt the same.
Ed's gonna find out.
I might say the same thing Mauricio did.
And when he's telling her, at least you could have told me. At least you could have
Yeah,
told me.
I was saying I missed it when she was
Ezra's
hungry.
gonna find out. His wife is gonna post a picture from Applebee's, and all you're gonna see is the picture of a man's hand next to the food.
I'm sorry now, and I'm gonna post a video like Mauricio saying I missed when she was hungry, loyal, and hardworking. I'm gonna say that. It's gonna post the same thing. It's gonna be the same video that Mauricio posted.
Oh man, oh man!
I hope she
Shout out
doesn't
to
watch the show.
Mauricio.
Oh my goodness,
Hey, we called her lovely. That's a good thing. we didn't insult her.
bro! I can't
Jesus.
believe to start the show we've done a video in Ukraine that lasted forever, and we did Mauricio Suleiman that felt like 20 minutes. I don't understand. How do you guys think this is good for ratings? Do you guys care about ratings? I'm just curious. At this point, do we care about rating and viewership?
I care about quality show. Now you seem like you're fishing for ratings because when you saw Usyk retire, you said, "Oh, he's ducking his way out."
He is
Come
ducking his
on,
way out.
man.
He did duck his
Come
way
on,
out.
man.
He
All
did duck
right,
his way out.
whatever.
Why do you?
Now,
Okay, can I ask you a question? Wait. But Matt, one question.
We're
Can we just
transitioning.
ask a question?
Let's
Can we
get
have
to
a
the heavyweight
conversation?
landscape. Let's get
Wait,
to the
just real
heavyweight
quick.
landscape.
Can I
Hold
just
on,
ask you one thing? Can I ask you one
because
thing?
we're transitioning. Ezra, I
Would
did this
this
as a
have been?
segue.
Would Usyk?
Oh
Would
my
this have been
God,
better from Usyk? Right? If he
this
would have just
guy.
did this after the ball fight. If he would have just said, "Hey, you know what? I'm done.
No.
I beat the guy.
No, because if you remember, he was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder.
Yeah,
That
that
was
too.
that what was going to be the fight. But then Anthony Joshua got into the car accident. Anthony Joshua was supposed to fight Rico Verhoeven. Turkey called Usyk as, "Hey, I need a favor. I need you to fight this guy. We want to have this big event." So Usyk bypassed the Wilder fight for Turkey Al-Sheikh to do the Verhoeven fight. So
No.
no, I don't think it would have been right after the Dubois fight because that wasn't what the original plan was. If you would have told me that Usyk would have fought Wilder for all his belts, I would have been fine with that. I would have loved that, and that was what the original plan was. Now let's look at the heavyweight landscape now. Like we said at the top of the show, Daniel Dubois holds the WBO belt. The WBA is held by Murat Gassiev. The WBC is now held by Ajit Kabayel. The IBF is now vacant. Frank Sanchez will be ordered to fight whoever's the next available contender, which looks like Bakelder Jalalov. Moses Hatama is going to be fighting Filip Hrgovic at the end of the summer. Moses Hatama has been mentioned as the guy who's supposed to be next up in the heavyweight division. How does the heavyweight division shake out in the year of 2026, Ezra?
So I think right now the two top guys are competing for the top. Well, I mean, I think to me Dubois is the top guy. Kabayel is the guy that's coming for the top spot. I think that those are the two guys to me. Now you have like you said, Gassiev and Tony Yoka are supposed to, or is that right? Is that they're supposed to match up, Tony Yoka and Gassiev?
Well, Gassiev is the champion already. Who's
Okay.
fighting next doesn't matter. He's the champion.
I feel like he's the food of the champions. I think he's the food. I would pick every the top heavyweights in there against him. I would pick that. Atama is the guy that's coming up. He's supposed to be the next star to take over the division. So I think right now I would like to see Dubois and Kabayel. I think that should be the matchup we're talking about for the king of the division. And I think that Atama with Hrgovic, that's a really big step up for him. But that puts him in the spot of I'm coming for the belts. I'm coming for the top of the thing. And he's the fight you kind of build up to the winner of those.
Okay. The IBF belt. Would you like to see Jalalov jump into that spot and take on Frank Sanchez for the belt?
Yeah, I mean, Jalalov has a lot of talent. He's a big guy.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so. I think he does. I mean, hell, if like I said, you guys are getting high on Torres. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't be getting high on him. This is the guy that got the best of him twice in the amateurs, right?
In the amateurs,
and he's you can see that he has talent. I mean, I don't think that anyone with a blind eye can see this guy could do some things in the ring. Now, is he going to take a step up like that to Sanchez? It's not the way his career's been laid out at all. But I would love to see that fight. I think that that's a great fight, a really interesting fight, and I would like to see that play out because I think
respectfully, in my opinion, I think Bakelder Jalalov is a big stiff idiot.
Okay.
I don't think he's very good.
So what level would you compare him to of heavyweights we've seen?
I would say he's like on the Ajagba Richard Torres level.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's like there, you know. Who do you think will be the last man standing when all is said and done in the year of 2027?
2027?
Yeah, because obviously we're not going to get an undisputed in 2026. Who's going to be the last man standing in 2027 when these guys could start unifying?
There's an underlying question here that you're really answering, Ezra.
The thing is I'm trying to see how fast do they move with Tama.
Yeah, is your boy ready to do work? That's the underlying question.
I'm gonna pick Atama. End of 2027, I'm gonna pick Atama. I think I really am a believer in this guy's talent. Yeah, I'm really a believer in Moses Tama's talent. I think that he's one of the most physically gifted fighters in boxing, pound for pound. I think that he could knock pretty much everyone out. I think he can also outbox people. I think he's got great feet for the heavyweight division. The guy that I'm most worried about for him is Caballero. I think Caballero. Those are the two guys that I'm like on the top of my head.
So here's the way Moses Atama becomes the man in the heavyweight division.
Okay.
He waits for everyone else to unify, become undisputed, and then hope he gets lucky and beats whoever the guy is for undisputed. There is not a champion in the heavyweight division right now that I would pick Moses Atama to beat.
Not
and
Garcia?
That includes Garcia. Yes, I wouldn't pick him to beat Garcia.
No, that's okay. All right. I mean, I can't say it's a bad thing, but I just, as far as like watching what you're seeing, I think that's pretty crazy to say. But okay.
Can I guess who your guy is?
We know who the daddy of the division is.
Yep. There we go.
We know who the daddy is. But how do you foresee Atama doing against Hrgovic, Ezra?
I think he's going to beat Hrgovic. I think he's going to beat him clear. The one thing about Hrgovic, and remember when the ball fought him, Hrgovic kind of falls apart second half of fights. And I don't think that he's going to get the best of the first half of the fight. So I think it's going to go south for him pretty quick, because I think the first half, Atama is a fast starter. He's a guy that gets going in, and his speed and stuff like that's going to be too much for Hrgovic.
How does Atama do in the second half of fights?
We haven't seen him really get there, right? But what I'm saying is, though, as I know that Hrgovic is really struggling the second half of fights, and I think this is a really good opponent, because I don't think that he's going to get him out of there early.
And I think it's going to be a 12-rounder.
Yeah, I think it's going to be definitely going to go the second half. That's what I feel. Like I said, if Atama knocks out Hrgovic early like that, then I mean we're talking about something else. But I was saying, I think we're going to see the Atama in the second half of the fight, and we're going to see what he looks like. But I think I'm going to pick him up pretty easily.
Where does the winner of Joshua Fury fit into this equation?
I don't know. I mean, to me, that might be the end of for them. I mean, I don't see those guys going in and wanting to step in with a guy like Caballero, stepping in with a guy like Dubois again. I don't think
Joshua wants his get back.
No, I don't think so. Hell no, he would have took that. They would have made that happen. Nah, hell no. I think they know which way that's going to go.
If AJ wins and he doesn't look and he doesn't look bad, if he's actually able to if he feels good, looks like AJ. I mean, he's not that great of a fighter, but if he's able to beat Fury without seeming too diminished, I could see him pursuing those bigger fights. I don't see Fury doing it.
Well, yeah, in a perfect world, what would happen is for his warm-up fight before Joshua that Fury's planning on having, that would be for the vacant IBF against Frank Sanchez. I think that's
he's
what
not
Fury
fighting Frank
should
Sanchez
do, because Fury technically is ahead of Jalaloff in the rankings. So Fury is gonna get the first call to fight Frank Sanchez for the vacant belt. So if I'm Fury, I take that Sanchez fight, because I think Fury could beat Frank Sanchez and beat him fairly cleanly.
Ooh, okay. I mean, like I said, I'm sure he could beat him, but that'd be a tough fight. And for basically what he's trying to do is like a tune-up warm-up fight. That doesn't make any sense. So I don't think that's even possible.
All right, let's move on to the next story of the week. Floyd Mayweather versus Al Haymon. Al Haymon ripped Floyd Mayweather in a scathing piece of audio that was unearthed by none other than rap legend Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. How did he get the audio? I don't know. But Al Haymon and Leonard Ellaby had some choice things to say about their former business partner, Floyd Money Mayweather. Huey, let's go to the audio.
I told you I was just pissed. I didn't But, you know, it's okay. You just worry about your family and you worry about yourself. Me and you stay close together, and we're gonna put his little ass in the ground. You'll see. Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. Come on, he owns fucking PBC. Yeah, well, you know, he's been saying that for many years. He's been saying that. You don't own another company, you own yourself. Yeah. And don't get a bunch of millions of dollars. Don't worry about that. He's got the ability to take to put your name and have the money for. I got us covered, man. You just do your thing. Me and you are covered. Okay. Yeah, okay, partner. We getting to work tomorrow on the other thing on that stuff. Yeah, and your stuff's already in. Your money be in your bag before you leave. Okay. Thank you, brother.
Wow. Explosive audio. What you heard was allegedly the voice of Al Heyman and Leonard Ellaby. He said he's gonna put Floyd's little ass in the ground. Ezra, Al Heyman versus Floyd Mayweather. Who would have thought that this is where we would be in 2026? It started with the lawsuit that Floyd filed against Showtime and Stephen Espinosa, where he alleges that Al Heyman ripped them off. Whose side are you on?
I thought that lawsuit was nonsense as soon as it was filed. I thought someone had talked Floyd into being like, oh, see, they were getting you on this contract, and you know, Floyd bit and said, oh, they probably do owe me more money. So I always thought that was nonsense. I think that Al Heyman and all them, they spread, you know, nasty rumors about Al Heyman, but he's always took care of fighters, and all the fighters that fought for him will tell you that. Every one of the fighters that tell him that, hey, yeah, he took care of us. I think Paul Najee said that what would you want to look at Al Heyman? He gets you more money. He gets you more money than everyone else does. So I definitely think that I don't think Heyman and them did anything wrong to Floyd. I think they got Floyd a lot of money. I think they got him made not, you know, Floyd did his part too, but I'm saying got him in opportunities and made sure that he got the big paydays, right? Massive paydays, more than any fighter ever. Right, so I don't think they're on the bad end of this. I just think that Floyd's kind of in a desperate spot, and he's kind of burning all these relationships that he had that I thought were really good relationships to have.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I agree with you. I think that somebody convinced Floyd to blame Al Heyman for his troubles. I'm not gonna say who, but I think we all know someone convinced Floyd to do that. And if I'm Al Heyman, right, and it came out that Al Heyman had a stroke, everyone knows it now. I have a stroke, and then I got this fucking guy who was supposed to be my ace boon coon, my day one, my friend, my business partner, and this guy all of a sudden is acting like I fucking robbed him. He want to play these away games. He want to play these away games with these people, and then make it seem like I'm robbing him. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna put your little ass in the ground. I don't blame Al Heyman at all, because now at this point it's like, yo, fuck you, dog. You know, you don't run shit, you don't own shit. It's my shit. You know, and if you think that you are gonna run interference, which Floyd did, I told you many times, Floyd was running interference with PBC. He pulled Carmel Moulton from PBC. He stole Manny Pacquiao as an opponent for Rolly from PBC, which is why Rolly has sat out for so long.
Oh, and Manny's regretting that decision. God, is Manny.
Oh yeah, 100%. He was like openly beefing with Javante Day. Like he was just making things untenable, you know, with PBC. So it's like, all right, dude, then fuck you then. Go play them away games. Go play them away games with them people and see how that turns out for you. Well, how has it turned out for Floyd? Floyd has been getting sued left and right. He's allegedly hemorrhaging money. He allegedly owes hundreds of millions of dollars to a whole bunch of different entities. It has not turned out well. And now he's looking for someone to blame. So it is what it is. Now with Leonard Ellaby, I understand why Leonard Ellaby's upset. He got fired. You know, people keep saying, "Oh, well, he resigned as president, CEO of Mayweather Promotions." I was told that this was a forced resignation. He was basically fired. And don't say, oh, really, because it's going to upset me because I reported it 2 years ago and wrote about it when it happened. And you sound like this is the first time you're hearing it. Oh, man, Jesus. But yeah, 2 years ago, I reported this was a forced resignation. And Leonard probably wasn't happy about that. I wouldn't be happy if I was fired. Be fuck you, And then this was the guy, Leonard Allaby, who was supposed to be almost like the spokesperson / advisor to Gervonta Davis, and they thought that he was going to get a bigger role within GTD Promotions. They even thought he was going to become president of GTD Promotions, and none of that worked out for him. So I'll be pretty fucking angry too. I would be pretty fucking angry too. And when was the last time you even seen Leonard Allaby front and center at a PPC event? It's been a while, So it's like I understand the vitriol from Haymon, and I understand the vitriol from Leonard Allaby.
How old do you think that recording is supposed to be?
According to Ben from Fight Hype, he claims it's about 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
I'm not too sure. I haven't been able to independently confirm, first of all, the authenticity of the audio, and not just that, the context of the conversation that they were having, because we just basically came into the middle of a conversation. We don't know what they were talking about beforehand, so we have no real context to it. All we know is that he gonna put his little ass in the ground.
If Brunch Boxing ends, I can see you saying something like that. I gotta be honest with you.
First of all, Brunch Boxing won't end. Now, whether or not you'll get fired, okay.
You know what? We actually had a discussion about this on the space while you weren't in there.
Oh, that makes sense. Talking behind my back already. That makes sense.
Yeah, because I have come to the conclusion that if you get fired from Brunch Boxing, you and Huey will try to do your own show.
What about Mike?
The exact comparison you gave was that he, Matt. What was the comparison? You said Ezra and I were Hall and Nash, and you and Matt were Hogan and who?
Me and Mike are Hogan and Bischoff.
Bischoff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and Mike.
Easy
me and
E,
Mike,
baby. Easy E.
Me and Mike rolling together.
Yeah.
Me and Mike rolling. When you said, what about Mike? I was like, fuck you mean? Me and Mike rolling together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good comparison. But honestly, Matt, if Ezra's business plan, if his plan for a show sucked, I would just keep producing this show.
Oh man, you don't want to make me hungry. I'm trying to tell you right now, you don't want to make me hungry.
Oh man, Chick-fil-A said the same thing.
I'm not telling you what I'm thinking about right now. I'm like, when this camera ends, where am I gonna eat right now?
Oh man, like let's get to the next story in boxing. I think one of the biggest stories.
Bad transition.
Gervonta Tank Davis stripped of the WBA lightweight championship. He has been named the champion in recess. Thoughts?
Is that really a stripping?
Yes.
I mean, so when you're champion in recess and recess ends, you just get a shot at the title again, right?
Yes. You get first dibs.
I don't think that's a stripping. I gotta be honest with you.
But it is.
I think a stripping is, hey, you're out. We take the belt. You got to earn your way back. I don't think Tank's in that position. So yeah, I don't think it is. Now, what I'm curious. I think the more curious thing is why didn't the Schofield fight work out? Right. I always thought it was curious that it wasn't Pitbull Cruz we were talking about in a rematch. Now maybe that does come about. Maybe that does come about. But I thought that was very curious that Tank was looking more at Schofield, which to me looked like he was looking more for what he thought was a lighter touch, in my opinion. That's what it seems like. Now, the Schofield thing doesn't work out, so what is Tank looking for? And is there a chance we still don't get Tank in the ring? Now, we announced a new trainer, so I imagine they're working towards something. But What level of opponent is Tank looking for? Where Schofield's not even enough.
Well, according to Devin Haney, Tank's people reached out to him.
Yeah, man. But you know the thing is with that though, I don't buy it. That's the thing. I
Devin
don't buy
Haney made that up.
No,
Why not?
I don't. No, hold on. I don't buy that we'll actually get over the finish line there. That's fine. They can reach out. They can ask a question. That's fine. And I reach out and ask questions all the time. It goes absolutely nowhere. You could do all that, but I'll tell you right now, what it would take to make that fight, what it would the stipulations and all that. Man, we're not gonna get there. So
What
I just
stipulations? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about weight. I'm talking about rehydration clauses. I'm talking about all these things. But here's the thing, though. Haney Shakur, there's an offer. We're right there. There's all these guys to meet.
No. You don't get to be wrong and then act like, oh, you knew it all along. These guys just talk. I told you Haney versus Shakur wasn't happening. That.
Okay, well then that's fine. But I don't get so if I have a take, right, and it goes a different way, I have to say what the take.
Yeah, but don't try to make it say it all matter of factly. Oh, these guys just be talking just because Haney and Shakur did what I said that they was going to do and not fight each other next.
And what does that mean?
To me, listen, if Gervonta Tank Davis's team reach out to you, that means that they really want to fight. So to me, the ball is in Devin Haney's court.
Well, question:
whether or not he wants to fight, how badly do you want this fight? Because
did Gervonta
is serious.
Team reach out to Floyd Schofield?
I don't know.
Oh, I think you do know. And that fight didn't happen.
You asked me a question. I don't know.
But it's not honest.
I don't know.
It's not honest.
Hold on. But here's the thing. Maybe they did reach out, but then when they see that somebody like Devin Haney is an option, maybe they pivot. That's why they said, you know what, we'll give up the belt.
What do you mean? Oh, Devin Haney was always an option. Why wasn't he an option now? He's more an option now than he was then. That doesn't make any sense.
Because how do we know that Tank is not deciding to move up and he doesn't plan on coming back down to 135? I think it was pretty interesting that Tank posted his current weight. What was he, like 157, something like that? He had posted his current weight. Maybe he doesn't plan on coming back to 135. And maybe him posting his weight was him signaling to the boxing public, hey, I'm moving up and I'm coming up for the smoke.
We shall see. We shall see.
We shall see. We definitely shall see.
Ezra, I do think like the one thing where you're saying like, why didn't the Floyd Schofield work out? Why didn't they do that? Maybe they were looking for a higher level of opponent.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I do not know. I don't think I mean, like I said, Tanks doesn't have no problem getting opponents.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Ezra. Do you think Tank's next opponent is going to be a lower level than Floyd Schofield?
Might be, yeah.
All right. Well, you're an idiot.
It might be. I mean, what hurts?
All right, Ezra.
I don't.
Hey, listen. I look forward to you being wrong again.
Okay, so I'm just curious. I'm just
because I gave you a chance to be on the right side of history for once.
Okay.
I always give you these chances. I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give you chances.
I don't. But here's the thing. I don't need, because when I'm right, I'm right, and when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's fine. That's the way it plays out.
But you don't have to be so obviously flagrantly wrong sometimes.
How?
It's almost as if you're playing like a caricature.
No.
There's no caricature. Who has a serious boxing brain.
What are you talking about? You thought it was a week ago. You thought it was going to be Floyd Schofield. Now you're telling me you're so sure that you have some information that it's going to be a different guy.
They pivoted.
Whatever you got, doesn't matter. Because a week ago you thought it was Floyd Schofield. So whatever information you had then. Whatever information you had then wasn't good, and now it's something different. Okay, so here's the next thing. So well, let me ask you a question. Do you think his next opponent is going to be Devin Haney?
Maybe.
Let me tell you this: it won't be Devin Haney. I'll tell you right now, it won't be Devin Haney. I'll tell you that his next opponent won't be Devin Haney. It'll be an opponent worse than Devin Haney, and I think there is a chance it might be worse than Schofield. I think so. I
think we're looking at
especially if he's going on a new weight.
Hey, his next opponent could be Devin Haney, could be Shakur, could be Pitbull. All three guys, to me, better than Floyd Schofield.
It could be Pitbull. I believe it could be Pitbull.
Yeah, and that is definitely not worse than Floyd Schofield. But let's get to another guy who we know is returning, Errol Spence Jr., who is returning on July 25th to face Tim Tszyu live on PBC pay-per-view on Amazon Prime Video. He held a private media workout with the co-feature of that evening, Jamal Charlo, out there in Houston. We've seen the video that's out there. Ezra, how did Spence look? How did Charlo look?
It's hard to take from those things. Like I said, it's a public workout. You're not giving everything. Like, you're just not. It's just the guys don't do that. Like, when I went to watch Pacquiao do his, like, it's not. It's like, it's really just like moving around, like just warming up. So it was hard to take from it. He didn't look like it. I'll tell you one thing, it didn't overly impress me. It didn't get me like more excited for the fight, like as far as like, oh wow, like, you know, it didn't do that. But he's just kind of moving around. So what to take from? What can you take from that?
You know what really impressed me about what I saw? Spence's body.
Yeah, it was in good shape. It was a real good shape.
He looked like he was in excellent shape.
Yeah, definitely doesn't feel like a fat camp. Feels like he's coming in pretty good.
He's in excellent shape. And to me, when you're in shape like that, you can focus on the actual boxing of everything that's going on. Okay? Jamal Charlo looked in excellent shape. So you could focus on the boxing going into the fight. You know, that's really what I took from all of that. As for whether or not he looks sharp, bro, they're practicing. Like, unless you see live ammunition coming at him, or unless you see him with some high-level sparring, we don't know how he looks. But we know that he seems to be in a great frame of mind, and he also is in great physical shape. So now it's time to put it together for July 25th. And I'll tell you, I am as excited for Errol Spence's return as I am for any boxing event of the last year.
Do you think it was a mistake putting this in Australia?
No. Because here's the thing, right? I think putting in Australia, Tim Tszyu is going to sell more in Australia. It's going to be a huge event in Australia. And then if Errol Spence does what I think he can do and beat Tim Tszyu and look impressive doing it, his first fight back in the United States is going to be insane. You know, I think there was a chance that if he would have fought in the U.S. first, maybe it would have been, I don't want to say a dud because he attracts a certain amount of people, but I don't think it could have been as big as we thought. But him coming off a win and looking good and then coming back to the United States, it's going to be a huge, massive event. He's going to pick up commercial-wise right where he left off.
Okay. I mean, like I said, Earl Spence, one of the biggest names in boxing. So you're right. Off a win, people that really start buying into him again, he'll be once again one of the biggest names in boxing.
I want to bring in a friend of the show here at this point in time, recurring guest, host of the Sunday Morning Sermon, host of the RNS podcast. TY, what do you got to say on this?
Here we go.
Here we go.
What's up with y'all, man?
More. What up, Ty?
Listen, I don't want to say how I deal with this Matt guy every week, man. He consistent.
Hard, man.
He like consistent on different topics, man. I don't know how y'all do it, man. No, I'm chilling, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Spence to get back in the ring too, man. Almost 3 years. I mean, perfect opponent. I feel like, I don't care about the venue, none of that bullshit that Matt care about. I think it's gonna be a war because let's be real, we all hardcore boxing fans. What's some of the best fights sometimes? When two washed guys fight and they both wash, it's gonna be a war.
Dude, listen, when I talked to Earl felt like he wanted to get that chip on the shoulder again, that I want everybody to doubt me, and I can't wait for these Australians to doubt me. So it looked like he was getting something to motivate him even more for the beating he's about to put on Tim Tszyu.
Hey, I'll tell you this. If Errol was looking for people to doubt him, doesn't take much. Doesn't make much money.
He's going to be surrounded in an atmosphere of doubt, and it's just like that's how he wants to come back.
Yeah, I listen, man. I can't wait. It's a very exciting time in boxing. It feels like at the very least we're getting a big fight every month. Maybe not every week, but at least every month. And Errol Spence Jr. returning to the ring against Tim Tszyu is, to me, one of the biggest events and one of my favorite events on the calendar. So I can't wait.
I'm favoring Spence, but I won't be surprised it'd be a sad night for a lot of people.
Hey,
a lot of slow singing and flower bringing. That's all I gotta say. A lot of slow singing and flower bringing.
Oh my goodness! I hate this.
It's true. Listen, because sometimes we like I've been there before. I was like when I was a kid, I was there with James Tony. I was there with Zab Judah. I thought they had one more left. They didn't have one more left. We thought they had. If you go to the gym, if you focus, if you eat right, he get with the right trainer. He run 30 miles. Everybody should end, bro.
You can't read back that odometer. You can't read
Come on, man.
Odometer.
But like I said, I favor Smith in this fight. I think he's gonna win this fight. But I think it's gonna be a war. I think they both open to get hit. Neither one of them is Pernell Whitaker. It's gonna be a great fight.
Hey, just like Boxer Gray said, man, it's not 2016 anymore. We're gonna see if that lives on. That saying.
Hold on. Before we go though, this is what I'm gonna say though. If we go to the next subject, Matt, them three guys that's fighting over there. One of them getting knocked out over Australia. Let's be real. One of them, they ain't going 3-0 over there. They is not going 3-0. We know they ain't going 3-0. This is boxing. That's why Matt's smiling. Matt, you know they ain't going 3-0 over there,
So
Matt.
here's the thing. The Americans, we whoop Australia's ass in the World Cup, and we're going to whoop Australia's ass in boxing on July 25th.
Real quick. Which one, if you had to pick one to lose as American, which one going to lose?
Fulton.
You got to pick one.
Fulton.
No, I would probably go more likely this is Spence.
I would lean Fulton.
Okay.
Only because who knows what the fuck you'll get with Stephen Fulton these days.
It's Fulton or Spence, but I feel like Spence. What's Fulton's matchup?
Liam Wilson.
Liam Wilson. Wilson's all right. He's a big guy for that weight class, but I think he lacks the skill to beat Fulton. But we don't know where you're going to get Fulton either.
I think Fulton's probably the most likely to lose.
What Spence's thing is man down, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He should make a shirt that says man down under.
Well, it's a good one, Ezra.
Not bad, actually. That's not bad. That's one of your better ones, Ezra.
$1 million ideas. That's all
one of your better ones, Ezra.
Ezra would be walking around with that shirt downtown LA.
Oh man.
Hey, yo, hold on.
Ezra would have North Hollywood with that shirt.
Hey, we gotta admit, Joe. I know at the time he was probably once in that back by Smith, but them shirts was ugly as shit. I don't give a fuck. All them shirts was ugly than the motherfucker.
Oh, this guy
The Grim Reaper shirt was pretty good.
Those some ugly ass
The Grim
shirts.
Reaper shirt was
I did think the Grim Reaper shirt was pretty good.
I mean, yeah. You should get Crawford to sign one.
All right. As much as I would love to talk about merchandise, let's talk about Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol, who right now is the WBA, IBF, and WBO light heavyweight champion of the world, he has decided that he is going to not fight David Benavidez next. He's not even going to fight Artur Beterbiev next to finish the trilogy. Dimitri Bivol has decided that he will fight Callum Smith next. What the fuck is going on with Dimitri Bivol, Ezra?
He's ducking. He's turned to a businessman. Like I said, we said fighters. There's not enough fighters, more businessmen in the sport, which I don't even think we could call a sport anymore. And I don't know what it's run like. But yeah, he's ducking David Benavidez. Seems like he's even ducking a Beterbiev fight. He's just trying to milk as much of these paydays as he can get. Someone's willing to pay for. And he started to soften the blow by saying this elbow surgery. So like he always tries to soften the blow with some kind of injury or some kind of reason that he can't fight top competition. And there's even the most diehard Bivol fans out there, they could defend this. I think they know, like, hey, this is a guy who is, and this is why when I say you keep a pound for pound list, you gotta account for when a guy gets ducked. There's some plus to David Benavidez for Bivol ducking him. It doesn't mean a win, but it means something. It means a little bit of something. And Bivol is openly ducking David Benavidez in a major way.
Yeah, you know what really troubles me about this is the Artem Beterbiev situation, not even the Benavidez situation, because Beterbiev, coming off the meniscus tear, went in to the Bivol fight right away. You know, and Bivol doesn't even have the decency to give this man the same courtesy of a rematch that Beterbiev gave him. I think it's pretty disgusting, and I think it's par for the course for Dmitry Bivol. I told you guys better hope and pray that Beterbiev beats him, because this is the kind of person Dmitry Bivol is. I have known this for years. I told y'all this is how he's going to be. This is just the way he is. He'll bide his time until somebody drops a big bag for something else. This is the same guy who fought fucking Malik Zanad. Like, what are we... Like, I don't know why people are surprised. I think they're all just late to the party. And I am going to have a lot of fun, because I bookmark a lot of tweets going back to people who claim that Dmitry Bivol wasn't ducking. Oh, you're just being biased because you're American and he's not. And now, what do you got to say now?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's clear as day. There's nothing to defend. It's very obvious. And this is like the flaw, because to me, Bivol is not like a guy that sells a lot. It's not a guy like that makes, to me, a lot of money in the sport as far as like for people. So it's just like this weird funding that he has that just pays for him to just avoid these fights, where he should really be a guy that has to fight everyone. You know what I mean? Like his style and the way he should be a guy that has to prove it against everyone. But that's not what we're getting.
If we're being honest, Turkey Al-Sheikh has been one of the worst things to happen to boxing,
especially in this situation.
Yeah, because
Oh my God!
there's no one to blame for this Dmitry Bivol situation besides Turkey subsidizing him. I was okay when he was out of sight, out of mind. Whatever. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. Who gives a shit? We won't watch your next event. But once Turkey Al-Sheikh subsidized this guy, now he's too big for his britches. You know, and I know, Ty, you cannot be happy about this fucking guy ducking your fellow Muslim brother.
No. I'm not defending him. Duck. I'm not defending the duck. I'm not defending it. But come on, man. You can't. It ain't gonna do with Turkey, man. Listen, he did his job. He wanted to pay the fighters. We want the fighters paid. We talk about fighters getting paid for 20 years.
But why can't Turkey exert pressure on him to give Beterbiev that
I agree. He should do that. But I mean, let's be real. A lot of guys won't do it in the beginning either. I mean, I'm not saying Turkey perfect, but he funded it, bro. We really getting fights now, bro, and his shit's slowing down. We really getting fights. I don't care if Ezra pay for the damn fights now. Give me get fights. Let's be real. Who cares who pay for them?
Honestly, you're right. It does kind of seem like Turkey shit is dying down.
That shit's slowing down, man. How many? We had too many Sundays. Saturdays. We out here watching boxing at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's think about boxing at 5 o'clock. When I said we did that,
man.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right.
But no, he did duck him though. I mean, let's be real. Before Turkey came around, he was fighting in the high school gym. I remember that. But David doing the right thing. David beating everybody. He moved up. Don't move back down for the dudes. Keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah, if I'm David, I don't sniff 175 no more, and I make Beterbiev and Bivol come up to fight me.
Mm-hmm.
Come become a 2-weight world champion.
You know, heavyweight's wide open now. Just saying.
Heavyweight was already wide open, but anyway,
heavyweight wide open.
You know well, actually, very interesting. I think Benavidez could be Usyk, but I think he'll struggle with the other heavyweights because they're a lot bigger. But that's beside the point.
That's what I was gonna say. Usyk was the perfect matchup for him.
I'll tell you this: Daniel Dubois will put that nigga in the shadow realm. Okay,
but man, I just think
conversations. Like, I understand the speed and everything like that, and the advantages people had, but like that's a heavyweight punch that AJ is throwing, and that's gonna hurt.
Oh man, I tell you right now, I would pick David over AJ right now.
I would too, but if he's able to time a punch and hit David, he's probably knocking David out.
How many rounds did it take AJ to knock Jake Paul out?
8,
7.
I'll give it would probably take him double that to knock Benavidez out. So that's 14. So that means David wins by decision. Yep, that math.
David's going to be giving him a lot more.
Hey.
David's going to be giving him a lot more opportunities.
Exactly. Hey, Matt, I just think I get you saying about the Usyk slowing down, but I think if he full like hypothetically, if he was to fight Benavidez, he'll be motivated for that fight. He wouldn't like that. He would take that fight like he's fighting a legit guy. So
Yeah,
he'd
but
be ready for David.
but I think David has a better chance to get Usyk than the monster-sized heavyweights, just based on pure size.
Oh,
now, with David, I understand that the McCallan fight, they pushed to get that order. But I don't want to see that next. I want to see David Benavidez versus Artur Beterbiev next.
I mean, what excuse is there for that not to happen? I mean, Bridger don't have an opponent.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I need to see next.
So that should happen next, honestly. Bridger doesn't have an opponent. David don't have an opponent. Why not? Let's make it happen. And Bridger said he accepted it before, right? He said that, right? He said that he had already accepted this fight. So then, no problem accepting it.
Did he mean it?
Well, yeah, we're going to find out.
All right. Well, you know what I want to find out, Ezra? I want to find out who you are picking in today's big main event. Xander Zayas defends his unified crown against Jaron Boots Ennis. It is your time to take over the show, Ezra, with the Ezra breakdown. Talk to us about today's card.
I think it's like, the undercard is whatever, but the main event is fantastic. And it's something that we should be getting, to me, every week in boxing. It's something that this is an honest thing. This is a thing where boxing's not trying to trick you. It's not trying to get you to feel a certain way about a certain guy. This is an honest fight with an honest result. And that's what I'm excited about. I'm really excited about just two guys at the top of their game. Now, whether you think, oh, well, this guy's really better than this guy or all that, it doesn't matter, because they're two guys that earned their spot at the top of the division. They are two guys that earned their spot at being considered, the next guy's up, and they're going to fight each other. They're going to find out. We're going to find out the truth. Now, there's one thing that we were talking about earlier this week, and it was something that I've said before, and you said, and you had the same thought, is I give Shakur Stevenson more credit for Zepeda than I do Teofimo. Now, I'm not saying I don't give him credit for Teofimo, but I just give him more credit for Zepeda. Why? Is because the style-wise, that's a tougher style for him to fight. I think that Xander Zayas is a tough style for Boots to fight because he's so planted. I think it's a very tough style, the one that could get tricky for him. If you look at the Karen fight, Karen kind of turned Boots a lot, and that forced Boots into spots that he couldn't find his offense consistently. Also, what Karen did was throw straight shots with not that much on them that would touch Boots, because when Boots sets up his defense, he picks a side and then he works. So he sets up his offense is set up off defense. Like, his defense really isn't to just avoid offense, it to avoid the opponent's offense. It's to set up his own offense. He's a very aggressive fighter who has the what am I looking for? Reflexes to be really good at responding when a guy makes a mistake. He has a really good reflex to make the guy respond. But when you throw straight shots or you have a little delay to it, you could get Boots to pick a side, and then he's stuck on that side. He got similar things like James Toney would have, but once in a while. Another thing too is, like, when he picks a side, if you were good at moving, and Karen was good at points, but he would make a mistake. He would move to one side, Boots would pick the side. You just had to go the opposite of that side. But Karen sometimes would still float to the side that Boots was already loaded at. So Boots would find him still if Xander Zayas can get Boots to pick a side and he could continuously keep moving away from the side that he picks, it could be a really tough night for Boots to find his offense. I think everyone's kind of picking the same thing, kind of the same momentum here. As Xander Zayas is going to be good as long as he has his legs, as long as he has energy, he's going to be able to win some rounds, but he's going to fall apart late. And when he's slower, not as slick with his movement, not as good with his feet, then Boots is going to start finding him and picking him apart. The one thing that I point out is Xander Zayas is a big guy. It's not a small guy. And I don't think it's going to be a one-shot thing for Boots. So I'm very curious. I think the first rounds are competitive. I think Xander Zayas, I might lean on him the first half of the fight to take a lead, but slight. and I think that Boots will take control of the second half, and it might be even a bigger swing in his direction in the second half of the fight. But I don't think it's a one-shot type fight for him. So if the cards are close and maybe he needs to pull something off, I think that might be tough. I'm going to take Boots in a decision here. And I think it's going to be close, though. I think it's going to be a really competitive fight. Might be a decision that we talk about, debate, but I think that the Boots' bigger shots, his flashier shots, and his clearer shots are going to win him the decision here.
Me personally, I'm also taking Jerome Boots Ennis, but I'm taking Boots by stoppage. I think he'll get it done late. I think what we're going to see is Xander Zayas is going to get off to a good start, but then he's going to lose his shape late, and I think Boots is going to catch up to him and get him out of there. I think it'll be similar to when Boots beat up on Royman Villa. You know, I think it's gonna be similar to that, and he's just gonna break him down and get him out of there. This is an excellent fight. I know you didn't give it a grade, but I'm gonna give this an A+.
Yeah, it's A+.
Just based upon the main event.
Now, Matt, this is my thing, but I'm just curious what you think. What type of fight is this?
This is a 50-50 fight.
Really?
Because here's the thing. If Xander Zayas is able to hold on late, I can see Xander Zayas winning the decision, because I think Xander Zayas is going to have the boxing advantage against Boots. So I think he can outbox him and outpoint him. But like I said, I think Boots is going to come on late because Xander usually loses his shape late. But if Xander Zayas could sputter to the finish line, he could very well get that decision tonight.
Now, when we say he can outbox him, I get what you mean by it. I don't know if I would use those words. I think that he can, what he does as far as his movement and everything, could give Boots problems. So I'm not going to say, though, he's a better boxer than Boots, because I don't know if I believe that. I don't think I do. But I do think that what he does works well against the style that Boots has. I do agree with you on that.
Yeah. Are there any fights on this undercard that you look forward to?
I do think Vargas and Mills is interesting. I'm going to tell you. If Vargas is anything to be like, let's get really excited for, it should be very clear. But, you know, he does have moments where he kind of struggles, and Mills is not a bad fighter, in my opinion. I think he's a guy that lacks maybe something that separates him from the pack. I think that's what he has. I don't think he's like a extremely athletic or extremely hits hard or speed or anything like that, but he's just like a solid fighter. Those kind of guys could give a problem to a guy like Vargas. So let's see what Vargas is at, because, you know, he's at the point where, like, we got to start talking about, like, are you going to start fighting contenders here? Are you going to start fighting real guys? I think this is an interesting spot. Jahai Tucker, you know, he's a guy that's hasn't been given really anything in the sport, but has to me has gotten better and better. Let's see where he's at tonight. But other than that, no, there's nothing that's like, well, wows me.
Yeah. I pretty much agree. To me, this is a one fight card. That's what I'm looking forward to. Ezra has made his pick. I have made my pick. Now is the time for you, the Brunch Boxing audience, to make your picks. And make your picks on the Brunch Boxing website at www.brunchboxing.com/picks, where you will have a chance to win Ezra's money. People are not excited enough about this. I don't get it. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get why people are not excited. I know why people are not excited about it, but it is what it is. It's your money, so I'm not going to tell you how to do this.
All right.
I think what you should have did was whoever's at the top of the standings at the end of the week for picking the fight, gets a piece of the money until
right away.
Until you're done with the 1,000.
The ideas are good now. I need you guys to take control of the show. I'll be back like in 15 minutes.
No.
I did put the link in the chat, and it's pinned in YouTube. So if you haven't made your pick, go and do so on the website.
Yeah. www.brunchboxing.com/picks.
Listen to your boy.
Good idea, Matt.
I'm taking your boy Ty. I'll give you who's gonna knock him out. Who's gonna knock him out late? Why?
My pick was Boots in 8.
All
What
right,
was your pick, Mike?
I went Boots decision. I think Zayas is going to be very disciplined for this fight. Like I said, I think he is going to use angles to give Boots a little bit of trouble. And I think Boots is going to figure it out late, and that's why I think it goes to decision. I think too many people are not giving Zayas credit. As long as he doesn't get caught up in exchanges with Boots, he's going to be all right. But Boots right now, I mean, he's just, he's faster. He has levels. I do got some concerns about him cutting off the ring. I know a few people have talked about it. But he seems smart enough that he can acknowledge, what he needed to do. Like he said, he'd been studying. So I don't think that'll be a big option, but I do think Boots is going to hit him, and I think Zayas is going to be like, all right, I don't want to take one of those shots again, and it's going to kind of be on his back foot for a while.
Now, with Ty's pick of Boots by stoppage, that is at -110 on the books. What's your bet for the day, Mike?
My bet for today will be the decision. Regardless,
Wow.
I believe this fight is going to be a decision. Regardless.
No. Hold on. Decision regardless or Boots decision? Do you mean the fight to go the distance?
The fight to go the distance. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the fight to go the distance.
So the fight to go the distance is at -108, which is comparable to the -110. My best bet of the fight is at least one knockdown, which is at -185. You guys know I love those knockdown bets. I think we will see a knockdown in this fight. Like I said, I am taking Boots. Put the house on him, money line at -500. Put $1,000 on it. That's how confident I am that he's gonna get the job done. I don't know how. I don't know if it's gonna be a stoppage or a decision, but I know he's gonna get the job done. I just think it's gonna be by late stoppage. Also, Boots rounds 7 through 12 is at +195. And if you think Xander Zayas is gonna get the upset, Xander by KO, TKO, or DQ is at +1100. Xander Zayas by decision +500. Money on the floor if you think that there will be an upset.
Yeah.
What's over under on this fight?
11 and a half rounds.
My bad, Matt. I was talking at the same time.
The over under is 11 and a half rounds.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's 11 and a half or 10 and a half, depending on the book you're looking at.
Yeah, I'll take this fight. I'll take Boots by decision. What does that get me?
All right. Well, if you were to take Boots by decision, that would be +180.
Oh, it's moved to 180 now.
I'll take that. That's what I would take. I would take that. The one thing I want to put out, we know we're talking about the betting, but one thing too is that I know we're talking about Xander Zayas getting tired in the fight. If Boots gets frustrated early and isn't patient, he's got to be patient in this fight. Get frustrated early and missing wide, but stuff, he could also tire himself out in this fight.
I've never seen Boots get tired.
Okay, well that's fine, but I'm just saying.
I have never seen Boots get tired.
Yeah, I don't think I'm worried about Boots' gas tank, especially with him moving up in weight. Like, even if he had seen him fade before, which, again, Matt, I haven't seen it either. I think the additional weight in 154 and him not having to cut those extra pounds going to 147 is going to help him in that aspect. But also, like, I think Mike laid out a really good point. Like, we heard about how he can't cut off, like, how he has difficulty cutting off the ring, everything like that. It's just eventually the attrition of those punches are going to slow Xander down. And Xander's a big guy who is cutting a lot of weight to make this. And I don't think he's going to be able to be as fresh, be as effective with his movement and what he's throwing towards Ennis in the later rounds of that fight.
Would we be stunned if Zayas hurts Boots?
I would be stunned. I wouldn't be stunned if I would be stunned if he actually hurts him.
I would. I wouldn't be stunned if he won, though. I'll say that. And for him to be 7-1, a decision, I'm like, okay, that.
Now, it's time to book the damn territory. Floyd's little ass is in the ground. We need to pick him up out of the ground and rebuild him. Let's rebuild Floyd Mayweather. We know he's having all these issues with all these lawsuits and loss of money He's made an enemy out of Al Haymon. He's made an enemy out of those away games. Those away games he's been playing. How do we rebuild Floyd Mayweather?
So here's the thing, right? Floyd Mayweather's got a, there's one valuable thing that Floyd has, get out of jail free card, and it's that O. You know what I mean? That O is still valuable. He's going to have to sell that O. But the thing is, when you sell the O, right, when you sell the O, it doesn't necessarily mean the first time the person that tries to buy it gets it. You know what I mean? Like, he could defend the O too. He could defend the O. He can sell the O and defend the O, right? And that is possible. So if I'm saying if he's going to sell the O, I think that Manny Pacquiao has to be visited. I think that that's the right idea. I think that's the right idea because it's the guy that's older and it's the guy that you can still beat. Okay. Then you go on from there. Okay. That's good. Some money in your pocket. It's a good payday. Then you go on from there and you got to look at guys like Tank Davis. You got to look at guys like Ryan Garcia, right? And the guys that you can bring up in weight. Well, you can still have a little bit of advantage. I mean, not necessarily Ryan. Ryan's a pretty big guy. But guys like that, even some lower weight guys, right? You could bring up, have the advantage on, and see if you could beat one of them, right? Because then you get the ball rolling. And then Floyd's just back at that point, and people are paying good money for this. But there is a get out of jail free card, and it's that all. And it's like Floyd's got to sell to the highest bidder.
Yeah, when you saying he got to sell that O, it's kind of like you're saying he got to sell that ass, basically. he gotta use what he got to get what he wants.
Hey,
okay?
at the end of the day, business is business. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
basically it.
Yeah. I think the only way he'll rebuild is within the boxing ring. But what he could do is apologize to Al Haymon and say, you know what, Al, I was wrong. You was right. Let me back in the fold. Because it's not just affecting Floyd. Kermel Moulton's career is in the shitter right now. Like, this was a guy that had so much promise, a guy that we were looking at to be potentially the next big star in boxing, and he basically is out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's affecting a lot of things. So yeah, Floyd, this is what you do. You fight Manny, you fight Tank, and then you fight Terrence Crawford.
But you think it gets past Tank?
That's a good question. See, that's a good question. Because it might end with Tank. It might end with Tank.
Can I tell you a fight?
It's Ryan Garcia instead of Tank, Matt. You fight Ryan Garcia.
Can I tell you a fight that he wins and it would make a lot of money though? It would make a lot of money, especially right now.
Rolly.
No. Adrian Broner.
Oh.
Bro, that would sell like hotcakes. I mean, that literally just is Prince money. And it's both guys, honestly, like it's honestly a cool story because both guys almost like redemption of getting a massive payday that like Broner probably never thought would come, right? Broner's in a spot right now where he's making good money again, right? But then gets this, like this is kind of like almost like a Hollywood story. I mean, honestly, we're talking about it. This is like a Hollywood story. And Floyd would go into the favorite.
Yeah, he would definitely be the favorite. Now, what about a Conor McGregor rematch?
No.
Oh, I don't think that's a crazy idea at all. I don't think that's a crazy idea at all. That's what I'm telling you. It's like Floyd is one of the rare instances where I'm like, he lost everything, and I'm like, he has so much that he can still gain, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's still so much he can still gain if it's just played right.
Bro, if Floyd
I do like the AB call, Ezra.
If Floyd was to lock in for 2 years and have 4 fights, bro, he can make $1 billion.
Hey, Hugh, you know how you build the AB one? You have Floyd fight Dean the Great first. With Broner
not fighting Dean the Great.
With Broner training Dean the Great, and Floyd smacks him around the ring, and then him and Broner get in the ring together. Bro, oh my God. Why am I not paid? I don't understand why people don't pay me for things.
I do like Jay Beasley's idea here. We heard about the sparring session recently brought up in the interview. You can fight Errol.
Oh, no, I mean, guys, we want to try to prolong this. You don't want to lose this right away. You want to prolong this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's how you rebuild them. All right, let's get to quick hits. because it's about that time. First quick hit that we got: Joe Cordina out, Albert Bell in against Abdullah Mason Ezra. Is this too much too soon?
It's a tough
for
fight.
the young Abdullah Mason.
It's a tough fight. I don't think it's too much too soon, but it's a tougher fight than when he was in. I thought Cordina made a lot of sense. It was a guy that's kind of a name value, but he was moving up in weight, part of the backside of his career. Albert Bell, like, it's still a lot of mystery to him. He's still a guy that's on top of his game. It's a very interesting fight, and it's a fight for a young guy that could be really tricky. But it's the right. It's honestly though a good fight for the point of his career. It's a good fight for this point of his career. What opportunity for Albert Bell, a guy that me and you have been pushing for to get, for boxing to do right by him. And this is to me a right opportunity and a place where he's from on TNT. And we got to talk about this TNT thing because this connection is a little bit more than even I thought. You know that they had the press conference for the Boots Zayas on True TV. They had that on True TV, so they are interconnecting their stuff here in a way. But I'm very excited for that fight. That's a better fight than we were going to get.
Yeah, I love this fight. Is it too much too soon? No, this guy's a champion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how young you are. Once you're a champion, you're a champion. You fight whoever is available, the best available guy. And what I will say, huge guts for Abdullah Mason for taking this fight. Huge guts. And it is ironic that Albert Bell will finally be fighting for a WBO belt and not with the help of the WBO, just by happenstance.
By happenstance. WBO
just
did
by
nothing
happenstance.
for him. Did nothing for him.
Absolutely nothing for him. Hey, if you ask me, the WBO prohibited him from
stopped him from
fighting
getting what he would deserve.
Yeah, exactly. And now he's finally getting that shot. I think you are going to see the best Albert Bell you could possibly see. And I think Abdullah Mason, they're both very familiar with each other. They've sparred a lot of rounds together. I might take Bell in the upset in this one, though. I'm not gonna lie. I might take Bell in the upset.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I might take Bell because I could see Albert Bell outboxing him and or running him into something. I could really see that. I could really see that.
Him versus Cruz was for a #1 spot, right? Like
for the IBF.
Okay, so what happens now? Because do they just go to the next guy and offer him that
Andy
fight?
Cruz? Yes.
So who would be the next guy? Do we know?
Come on, why do you want, bro? Do you want us to pull up the IBF rankings
guys
right
are
now?
like the boxing encyclopedias, I'm told. Like,
bro, but
about
that doesn't mean that we're looking at the IBF rankings all the fucking time.
Well, how hard is it to click it? I don't understand.
But then you gotta go out of the program and
Arthur something or other is ranked #2.
I don't know what. See, I don't even know what Arthur something or another is.
I don't know how to say his last name. I'm not going to try.
Well, what does it look like?
I don't know what he looks like, but this name looks Russian.
All right, wait. You don't know what letters are in the
No. I thought you said what he looks like. No, it looks like so it's.
What do you mean? What does it look like? He's just gonna say letters. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Subkankulov?
No, question. How do you spell his
Artur Subkankulov. That's who's ranked #2 in the IBF.
Thank you, Ezra.
It's like an alphabet soup name. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay. Well, I was just curious what they're gonna do with that.
And Dmitry Asanow is ranked 5 below.
Dmitry what?
Cruz. Asanow.
That's asinine.
No,
okay.
Dmitry Asanow. He's from Eye of the Tiger. I'm very familiar with him.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay. What we got next on Quick Hits? This is spiraling.
I do think that's a great fight, by the way, between Albert Bell and Abdullah Mason. I'm going to favor Mason in that. Wouldn't be surprised if Bell wins. I wish they had more time to promote it since they're both from Ohio.
Up next on Quick Hits, August 29th, Lester Martinez returns against Luka Plantic for the WBC interim super middleweight championship. What are your thoughts on this fight for Lester Martinez?
Hey, Lester just needs to stay active right now. He needs to stay active till a fight opens up for him that we that we're gonna care about. But I think, I mean, like I said, he's fighting guys that are coming up. They're probably, the one thing that happens in boxing, when you got to continue to fight guys that are top rated, you're gonna get run into some good guys, right? Like the guys aren't there on accident a lot of the time. So you might not know them, but they're gonna be a higher level opponent. So it's good to stay active, keep getting better, and wait for your chance, because this is a stacked division with a lot of interesting fights out there.
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy? Next question.
Oh, I know Luka Plantic.
Is he good?
Oh man, yeah, he's pretty good, and he's undefeated. He has good power. I think he has like 10 knockouts in 13 fights.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Pretty good.
When you're that's the hardest part about being a champ for a long time, is you got to start finding contenders constantly, top-rated guys, and you might not be known. We've seen Crawford get in this, right? Like Mean Machine, right? No one knew who Mean Machine was going to the thing, but then you're like, oh damn, that's a tough fight, and it's like, oh, he's got to keep fighting guys like this.
Yeah. Last quick hit of the day. Claressa Shields has officially announced her next fight. She will be moving back down to middleweight to face unified middleweight champion Kay Scott at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be a huge event. They're going to have influencer fights on the undercard.
Yikes.
Very interesting.
Yikes.
I believe I saw Ray J will be fighting on this card.
Yikes.
Sexy, can I just pardon my manners? Shout out to Ray J, man. Last time we saw Ray J, he was getting knocked out, but he's going to be on this card. What are your thoughts on the matchup, and what are your thoughts on the unique way that they are putting this card together?
I don't like it. Like I said, the one thing about what she signed is, there's not a lot of matchups for her. That's like the tough part of her career, is like they're trying to get as creative as possible now, because there's no fights for her. That's not her fault, but that's just the case we're in. I don't like the influencer fights with it. I hate that, actually, but it is what it is. You got to do what you can to, throw in a bet.
If you ran the zoo like Gerald McGrew, who would Claressa Shields be fighting next?
Now, we're trying to get one of these names from the lower weights to come up to 160. I mean, I'll try to get one of these names, Mayor, all that. And maybe they won't do it, but I try to get one of them, one of the names that people are familiar with, to come up and fight her. She's in a tough spot. There's no doubt about it. Like, I'm not blaming them. It's not to me even a management problem. It's just, you're in a tough spot where you're such a talent, and there's absolutely no other talent in the thing. So it's like, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there was much she could do. I think she should be Kay Scott. Interested fight. If I'm not mistaken, I think we interviewed Kay Scott. Maybe we did. I know she was fighting Olivia Curry.
I think you did.
I think we interviewed both of them. So congratulations to her on getting this big fight. I hope she makes the most of it. I am curious to see what Claressa Shields looks like at middleweight again. Cutting weight can't be easy. Claressa Shields is a big girl, so cutting that extra meat cannot be easy. So, I just want to see what she looks like. I wonder if she's going to try to go for the Undisputed Middleweight Championship. I think Desiree Robinson, I hope I said her name correctly, Desiree Robinson is going to be fighting Tam Thibault for the other piece of the middleweight crown. And then who knows? Maybe the winners meet.
Oh, man.
Maybe the winners meet.
Tam Thibault, pretty good fighter.
Come on.
Man,
pretty good amateur. We don't know how good of a fighter she is.
I think she's got some skill, man.
She's looked decent in the pro fights that I've seen.
Yeah, that's someone I'm excited about.
Against who?
Well, that's why I said decent, not good.
I mean, what you know, when women's fighting, most of the time it's against who? Like, what are we talking about?
Ezra, Jay Beasley wants to know if you're going to be in Atlanta for that fight.
I will not. That's a great question. I will not.
This was actually directed to Matt.
Oh, okay. He will not. Yeah, it's like
I will not, but I will be sending someone there to cover it on behalf of Bunch Boxing.
Boots on the ground.
And I will be sending someone to Australia to cover Spence versus Zoo.
Let's go.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I'm trying to think of an Aussie that we know.
We know a couple.
Aussie. Oi. All right, let's keep it rolling.
All right. Hey, listen, that's all we got today. Hey, listen.
Really?
if you, the Brunch Boxing listeners, got something you want to talk about, anything we talked about today, anything we missed that you want to talk about, feel free now to send a request to come speak to your boys here at Brunch Boxing.
Matt, there was a couple of comments I started throughout here, so some questions. So going back to the Floyd and Al thing, when you said we didn't know the context of it, someone wanted to know what context is burying you, in quotes, okay?
When a motherfucker done crossed you, I'm going to bury you. That's when it's okay. That's when it's okay.
There's like 100% chance that we get a quote from Matt one day where he's talking about me. He said he's going to bury me. There's 100% chance.
All right. And then second question, Matt, from your, maybe your favorite listener, definitely the favorite list, definitely, you know, person who's the biggest fan of Ezra, Basquiat, says, didn't you say the WBA wouldn't strip Tank?
I don't know.
But he probably did. He was probably wrong about it.
Matt says show's recorded. Go listen to it.
How the fuck am I supposed to
No,
remember?
he probably was, and he was probably wrong on it.
Hey, you know what? Hey, buddy, what episode? Go find the episode. Go re-listen to it. Give us the listen.
But you'll notice, Basquiat, that when I say something wrong, everyone knows the exact moment, time, and timestamp for it.
Because
Matt, I did get that LeBron drop ready just in case you want to use it at any time, by the way.
Oh, man. Bro, we got to talk about Beardgate real quick. We'll end the show on that. Hey, listeners, Brunch Boxing listeners, fuck y'all.
We Jay Beezy from the Boxing Source did join the show right now.
Wait, hold on.
I gotta talk about this.
Matt just said something there. He said, "Fuck y'all." Okay, well, like DMX says, well, if it's fuck me, then you know it's fuck you.
You got for us, Jay Beezy.
Oh man, what's going on, Brunch Boxing family? Man, we in the mix. What's happening, man? We got Boots versus Zayas coming up, man. Boots in 7. You know how it is. You know what it is, man. Yeah. Hey, Matt. I might send somebody out there to Atlanta for that fight, man. You know who?
Yeah, the boxing academic.
Oh man, one of the smartest minds in boxing. Goodness gracious.
Hey man, I might have my guy Tay Jones out there.
Yeah. I know Tay will be out there at the ATL, man. So he'll probably, swing through for that fight card, man. I don't know, man. They might have Christian Rock or something in that fight card.
Imagine. Oh man.
Oh my God, if they did, boy, State Farm Arena would be packed. Hey, and Matt, if it was like that, you know who would be out there too. You know how it is.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Oh man.
I wanted to talk about Beardgate real quick.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff has been said because Xander Zayas asked the commissioner to tell Boots to trim his beard because it's an advantage because he can't see the beard line or it's extra cushion to absorb blows. What were your thoughts on Beardgate, JBZ?
Man, I think it's a nothing burger, man. It's the state of New York. New York State Athletic Commission pretty much has rules about that anyway. So, like, regardless of what, Zayas was talking about, like, Boots would have had to do it anyway, being out there at Barclays Center. And to me, I don't really think it's going to matter much anyway. Like, Boots in 7, man. I said put money down on if you got a Boot 6 to 8 stoppage, put some money on that. So I don't think it was much of a story when it came out.
Yeah, I think it's much to do about nothing. We've seen plenty of times in boxing history where boxers have been asked to shave their beards. We saw it with Adrian Broner against Manny Pacquiao. We saw it with Roberto Duran in the second fight against Sugar Ray Leonard. We've seen it with Fury against Usyk. It happens. It's happened. It's not a big deal. But what kind of ticked me off, Virgil Ortiz wanted to insert himself into this whole thing. He's laughing at the whole situation. Virgil Ortiz is on the bench right now, not fighting nobody. So you know what? Xander could talk about it. Boots could talk about it. Everybody can laugh about it, Virgil, but not you.
Yeah.
Not you.
Anybody else can watch? How not you? You don't say that. I have two for you. Don't say that. You don't say that. You're the only person. You're the only person out here that don't say that.
What the hell was that?
Not you, Virgil. Not you.
Yeah, definitely not you. You know, and the funny part about that is that way back when Virgil and Boots was a topic of conversation about a fight that eventually fell through, and then once it fell through initially, you know who inserted their name into that conversation? Xander Zayas.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? He took the fight. So
Yeah,
he could talk about it.
yeah,
But
he
like
could definitely talk about it.
like LeBron told Alperen Şengün at the free throw line, hey, everybody else could talk, but not you. Not you. not you, Virgil. Get
Yeah.
your ass back in the ring, man.
Is that not a good sign
Hey,
though that he's coming back though?
who?
Virgil.
Well, let's
Well,
see.
given I don't know, given the timeline, at least for me, if there isn't anything by the next, what I'd say, 8 weeks, then he might be officially out of that contract with Golden Boy because he.
No.
But we'll
They're
see.
working something out. They're working
No.
something out.
Oh,
Okay.
that's already
They've
yeah.
already reached the framework of a tentative agreement for him to continue with Golden Boy. I just want to know who he's fighting next. It
Oh
better be
man, I
somebody
bet.
good.
Hey, yeah, I bet people will be disappointed. Watch, they're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, of course they are, because they're gonna give him he's got to get, he's been out for a long time. He's got to get in there, and you got to watch him spar. You know what I mean? So you can't have a fight without you watching him spar, because
What
this
about
isn't a sport.
Fundora?
This isn't
I
a
think
sport.
it's Fundora
What
right
about
away, man.
It would
Fundora?
be great if he fought Fundora
I
next
think
week.
It's not
it's
gonna be
Fundora right
Fundora.
away.
It's not gonna be Fundora. Why do we get people excited for something that's not gonna happen?
I think it's gonna be Fundora right away.
Why do
Oh
you keep
man.
showing me something if I can't have it?
That's what I'm saying. It's
Right at the
ridiculous.
box.
It's like, come on, man. It's not gonna be Fundora. It pisses me
Fundora
off.
won that fight?
Hey, I think Earl it might be Earl. Here's the thing. I want to point out one thing. I didn't point out one thing. I watch Fundora's jab. He gets countered off the jab a lot sometimes. He gets lazy with bringing it back. So that's another thing where Boots have an opening off his jab.
You mean
Zayas?
Xander?
Xander's eyes. My bad. Xander's eyes. Got Fundora on the brain.
All right, Matt,
All
before
right.
you send everyone home, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the video. You share it. It helps us get in the algorithm, more views. We can bring you more shows.
Yeah, and not only that, make sure you guys go to www.brunchboxer.com. Sign up for the website. A lot of cool things happening on the website, including our weekly boxing picks, where you get to pick the fight, pick the winner, pick the round, pick the method of victory, and you have a chance to win Ezra's money. All right. Ezra, what do you have for the people coming up?
I know we won't have a watch party.
We won't have a watch party. I apologize for that. Things got in the way. You know what, Matt? You were right. I got to tell you, you're right. Now, I want to say that as soon as that happened, right, and then we hung out, I said, I think something's happening next Saturday. And I was like, something is happening next Saturday. I will be watching the fight. I'll be scoring the fight, but I won't have a watch party. My bad on that. Next fight, we will deliver.
For that, you have to score the main event, too. Or the co-main event.
I will score the co-main event.
And I'm guessing that won't happen either the next fight either, Ezra. But
It will.
It's a great idea. You're a busy guy, though.
You know what? Since Ezra overpromised and underdelivered as usual, I am going to have a post-fight edition of Brunch Boxing immediately following the fight. I'm giving that to the people because I always give you guys what I say I'm going to give you guys. So I'm going to give you guys a post-fight edition of Brunch Boxing tonight.
Yeah, there won't be anything on YouTube, but we might run a watch party on a Twitter space or something like that. So feel free to join through there. Follow on Twitter. All the handles are on the screen right now.
Yeah, subscribe to YouTube. Go and give us a rating on Spotify, please.
Don't just give us a rating. Give us 5 stars.
Give us 5 stars on Spotify. Give us a follow, Brunch Boxing on Twitter, and let's really crank this up, man. Like I said, we've been at this for a while. We're putting the content out. I've been on the driver's seat I'm not no longer the passenger all the time. I give the driver's seat once in a while, and I've been putting content out there, and it's just keep cranking it out, man.
I got two things before you close the show, Matt. One from Juan, this is for Ezra. He wants to know if he can get a cash advance on the prize like Floyd and Pac got for Pac from Netflix.
No, sir. I learned my lesson.
And then Matt, our listener of the year, says to hit him up if you want any ice cream today.
Is Sam Rose in New York?
Yeah, he said he would be out here for Fight Week. He said he would be out here with ice cream pouches.
Oh,
so
man,
he said to hit him up if you want any ice cream today.
Oh,
But I
man. See,
want
that's
people
going to be
to know.
outside.
I want people to know that's code for something else. I don't know what that's code for. I'm not even with that lingo, but that's code for something else.
No, man.
No.
Hey,
I'm
Jay
not-
Beezy, what do you have for the people this week?
This guy, dude.
So we had boots on the ground outside of Houston earlier this week. Shout out to Trill Clinton. Y'all follow Trill Clinton. He was out there for the media workout with Errol Spence Jr. and Jamal Charlo. So we have those interviews there on the YouTube channel, courtesy of Trill Clinton. And we're going to have training footage out there on the channel. So that's what we got here so far.
And also, got to give a shout out to our Brunch Boxing DMV correspondent, my guy Bobby. He is covering today's fight, Boots on the Ground, in collaboration with Chicana Boxing. So shout out to Chicana Boxing. Shout out to Lily, founder of Chicana Boxing, for this great opportunity to collaborate on something. Make sure you guys go check out the cool stuff that Bobby will be doing for Chicana Boxing today.
Now, when I collaborate with them, would that be Chicano Boxing at that point?
No.
This has been another edition of Brunch Boxing. Like I said, we'll be back later on tonight with the post-fight edition of Brunch Boxing. Make sure you follow Brunch Boxing all on platforms. And if there is a way to rate us, give us 5 stars. Show your boy some love. Also, hit the Cash App. Cash App been pretty dry lately. Let's hit that Cash App. $signs at your face. Make sure you guys hit the Cash App or the Venmo.
And you're
I really
right.
appreciate you guys.
You're right, Sibby. I shaved it because when I get in a street fight, I don't want any excuses.
Yeah.
I don't want someone to say he had a beard on him. This
So like I said, we'll be back. He is our producer, Huey P. He is our COO, the Mexican Al Haymon Mike. He is our host, Ezra Boxing. I am Matt. We are Brunch Boxing, and we are out.
For all your fight news, it's not fight news, it's Brunch Boxing.
Brunch Boxing, man. Y'all Brunch Boxing, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. Working hard.
Big shout out to Brunch Boxing.
What's up, man? It's Paulie Malignaggi giving a big shout out to Brunch Boxing.
This your man Keith One-Time Thurman. Shout out to Brunch Boxing.
Hey, I don't even know what Brunch Boxing is, but shout out to them.